Today on Pickler and Ben, ready to pull off the perfect proposal. And then...
no.
A perfect stranger saved the day. Can they handle another surprise? Then she's a champion climber redefining what's possible.
You don't want to be known as the one-handed climber.
I just want to be the best climber that I can be overall.
Plus, Chef Gaby Dalkin's California cuisine.
Colorful, fresh farmers market food.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get my own fork
Oh,
tonight.
sorry, man.
To season 2.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, we got 3 of them. Here we go. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thanks so much. So good.
My goodness. Thank y'all for being with us today. On this show, we love talking to people with unusual jobs.
Remember when we were in school and we doodle in the margins of our papers during class? I never did that. I just paid attention to this class the whole time.
Well, I'm guilty of it.
Unbelievable. Who knew you could turn that into a career?
Our first guest is an artist and a professional doodler. Big companies hire her to illustrate meetings and conferences.
Please welcome sketch artist Emily Mills. Hi.
Hey, Emily. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being with us today.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How's it going? Have a seat. What's up?
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good.
So blessed.
Doodlelicious.
For being with us.
Thank you.
So explain to us exactly what it is that you do.
So I am paid to come to conferences, meetings, events, brainstorming sessions, and visualize ideas with drawings and pictures.
Wonderful.
So essentially what happens is a meeting goes on, and you're essentially like a visual stenographer in a way.
I guess so, yeah.
You dictate what happens in the meeting through pictures.
That's right. So pictures and words together. So it's pairing the visual and the verbal parts of your brain together.
So how does this benefit? How is this better than just writing down and transcribing a meeting?
Well, you want to pair all the parts of the learning. So there's kinesthetic learning, visual learning. The more parts of your brain you use, the better you're going to remember it. And so why would you ever have an event if you want people to forget it? So let's bring in all those parts of learning, and visuals do that.
Absolutely. Tell us about some of your favorite projects.
I love almost every single gig that I've been to. I think my favorite one was probably at the Biltmore Estate, and President Jimmy Carter was sitting 5 feet away from me. That was really cool. I've drawn some fan portraits for Chick-fil-A at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I've been on rooftop gardens in New York City and just all over the country.
And this is art. This isn't just like, oh, it's like, it's a little piece of paper. This is a beautiful piece of art. You can hang this in your wall and be like, wow, this is pretty cool.
You could, but it also has the information on there, so it's really practical, too.
Really tells a story.
What is some, like...
That's amazing.
It's the most unusual job. It's such a cool profession.
Yeah.
What do you listen for when you're sketching?
I'm listening and watching. So I watch body language. I also listen actively for voice inflection, repetition, loudness. Just everything is an indicator of what might be a really big idea.
That's you in action right there.
That's me in action.
Have you ever been asked to do something weird like a divorce moderation where the couple's like yelling at each other?
Nothing too negative yet.
Okay, nothing like that weird.
You keep it positive.
Yeah.
I hope so,
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. Now, we've asked Emily to illustrate our show today, so we'll see her masterpiece later on.
Include all the mess ups, please.
Yes.
Include all the times that you screw
All
up.
the bloopers.
Emily, do what you do. Thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you.
Let's talk about what we've got today.
An epic marriage proposal that almost didn't happen.
A world champion mountain climber who scales insane heights with just one hand, guys.
Yes, incredible. The unbreakable bond between a family and the wild blue jay they rescued, their story will melt your heart.
Plus, she's famous for her California cuisine. Chef Gaby Dalkin is in the kitchen.
But first, they call him the Leonardo Da Vinci of lattes. He's made little mocha masterpieces of prints.
Oh, wow.
The Montreal skyline, the Eiffel Tower, Hall & Oates.
Why not?
And so many more.
Please welcome barista artist Michael Breach.
Hey,
how are you doing?
Thank you for being with us
Nice
today.
to meet you.
Thank you.
So cool what you do, man.
Now, you've created pieces here this morning.
Oh, yes.
Can you walk us through it?
So, yes, so we have some pups in
Oh,
a cup.
Oh,
Pops in a cup.
it's like
Recognize
Pixie and
these?
Peanut. Those are my puppies. Oh,
And we have the Nashville skyline right here
the
for you.
Batman building.
You gotta have Batman. I mean,
Right.
Right.
especially in your buildings. And also here is a,
oh my gosh,
you might recognize this one.
It's a reflection.
That's your kid. That's your face.
That's me. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
How did you get into this?
So this just kind of started as a hobby. I was working at a hotel, and I just really wanted to have fun at my job. And, you know, when I was giving that fun energy out, people were really responding to it, and, you know, here I am.
Or were you an artist prior to working with coffee?
Oh, yeah. I've always just been an artist. It's always just sort of been part of my identity. And, you know, I worked with coffee, and this is just naturally what happened.
This has to be the best way to pick somebody up.
Put your phone number in it, right?
No,
Could you do that?
do their portrait and just be like, I made you a portrait of your face in coffee.
That's never happened. That's never happened.
Away.
No.
Never really?
I could have. I don't know.
That'd be the best
How
way.
did you get discovered?
So I guess a lot of how I got discovered was social media. You know, I would just put these out and share them. And funny enough, I was working late nights, and I didn't realize I had a whole audience in Australia that liked my work because they were seeing it at like 7 a.m.
Right.
Right.
So my first gig away was in Australia, and I was just like shocked. I was like, really?
What is a gig for you? Like, do people commission you to do their
Oh.
girlfriend, parents, son, whatever?
Know, anything you have a photo of. So I do a lot of corporate parties, meetings, and things like that, and people will walk up. I mean, my most requested are pets, obviously. Everyone loves their dogs.
They like to drink their dogs, apparently,
Absolutely.
too. Strange.
And you're going to teach us a couple tricks today.
Oh, yeah. So I'd like to show you just something simple that, you know, everybody can just do at home even. You don't need a fancy espresso machine. You can even use one of those little immersion things, just as long as you have foam.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw some dollops in here for you.
God, I want to mess with your face so bad. Can I give Kellie a goatee? Is it possible to give Kellie a goatee?
Do you want a goatee?
Is that okay?
Oh, sure.
And a unibrow.
So I'm going to put some just simple dollops on top.
Okay. Dollop.
A little dollop.
Yeah, if you want to give it a try, too. Yeah, go ahead, you know.
And this is a special kind of coffee? Is this cappuccino?
This is
or?
just, yeah, it's just cappuccino, espresso, and some milk.
Dollop,
Yeah, just
dollop
a little
up.
squirt. There you go.
And there's our art. Eyes.
How
We have
do you get the
eyes.
foam so perfect?
It takes a little while to get it perfect, I think. You know, I've been doing coffee for almost 10 years
Do you
now,
need one more
so-
dollop?
I'm good, dollop.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, dollop.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to finish your portrait right now
Okay.
before we get into this.
So you dip it into the coffee and you use the coffee as the paint almost, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how I started doing it.
gosh.
I noticed people were doing little etches of animals and things like that, and I was like, well,
That is so cool.
And you've worked with royalty as well.
that was a strange email I got.
How did that happen?
So I was just, you know, it was a Prince of Kuwait of all people.
That's
so
amazing.
Yeah, so
I love your coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible.
Totally.
So they reached out via email
They reached out via email. I thought it was one of those like virus things, you know, like.
or
Scam.
scam.
Okay, so what do we do now?
So now we're gonna grab these
Okay.
little skewers here.
All right.
And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of running it through there to make some little hearts because everybody likes hearts.
Everybody
you know?
loves a heart.
You gotta
Okay.
share the love.
This.
Do a little heart.
Oh, wow, yeah,
Make
look
a
at
big
that.
heart. It's kind of fun. You could just kind of play with it, you know. People told me not to
Yeah.
play with my food, but this is
Why
what I do
not,
for a living,
though?
you know.
Yeah.
I encourage people playing with their food.
Totally.
So cool.
Right?
Can I give Kellie a goatee now, please?
Let's do it.
Nice
Let's do
doing
it.
Give me a goatee.
So this is the darker color. You probably want to use that
So
one.
that, give me a dark
Oh.
goatee like this.
Yeah, just definitely do like a nice.
Make it good.
And something, like I'll just go full mustache.
See what I
yeah.
deal with?
You want to do like an eye patch too? I mean, feel free. I
I'm
love
turning
this.
into one of the musketeers right now.
Oh, that's red.
She's D'Artagnan. It's brilliant. I mean, it's brilliant.
Oh.
Kellie, I know. We
Yeah.
should work together.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, we can go into business doing latte.
Well, let me here. Let's show off the work because
Oh,
it really
look.
it deserves its own frame, I think.
Look
That
at
is-
us.
Ooh.
You left out my horns.
Yeah. So special.
Michael, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Great job. Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Coming up,
having me.
his plan for the
Thank
perfect proposal was literally washed out to sea until a total stranger saved the day.
There's stories next. Y'all stay with us.
That's solid.
You left my horns off. When our next guest decided it was time to propose, he wanted to make it a moment his girlfriend would never forget.
He had the ring, a solid plan, but what he did not count on was Mother Nature.
Y'all please welcome Taylor and his fiancee, Cassandra. Thank y'all for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
So before we get to this very unusual proposal, how did you guys meet?
I was actually online trying to find some friends and stumbled upon him. It was great.
And y'all are both firefighters, right? Thank y'all. Thank you very much.
No, Actually, I'm a full-time 911 dispatcher, and then I just do volunteer for firefighting.
I'm a career fireman as well, but I've been in the fire service ever since I was little bitty. Back my dad was actually a fireman as well. I'm 4th generation, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sandra, before you actually got injured in the line of duty, correct?
Yeah, we were doing forcible entry training, and my hand slipped on the axe, so I smashed my finger in between the axe and the Halligan.
Wow.
The ring's nice, though.
Yes,
right?
it's beautiful.
That's what I knew, that I had to at least get a good ring. That's why I had it custom made. That way it could take the attention off of it.
Let's get to the proposal.
Yeah.
Tell us what you planned.
All right, the original plan was we were gonna do a note in a bottle. We were gonna, me and my friends already had this elaborate story, and we were gonna make it, you know, say, oh yeah, they've been finding notes in bottles, make it on social media, you know, the whole 9 yards.
And it was a very sweet note. There was a lot of beautiful sentiments in it. My favorite part was when you wrote, "Coming home to you has been better than an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet." Because that's romance right there, buddy.
The proposal did not go as planned, correct?
No, it did not. So
What happened?
Well, we went up to the condo, got everything ready, and I had put the ring in a plastic bag with my check card and ID, which I had had in my pocket the whole time we were down there. Velcro pocket, been out in the ocean, whole 9 yards. So we get out there, and we go down to practice it, me and my friend Kenny. And I had another friend take her to the restaurant down the beach. So we get out there, and everything's going to plan. I'm like, all right, this is how we're going to do it. I'm coming back, turn my back, and I get hit by a wave. And I'm just tumbling through the ocean like that, upside down. I mean, it was literally the worst wave out of the whole day. Had to be, right? So then I go start walking back, and I make it about 5 or 10 feet, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
Worst.
I look up at Kenny, and he's like, what? I go, dude, the ring's gone. He's like, ha, you're kidding. No, I'm not kidding at all. I'm totally serious.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so we instantly go into freak out mode. I'm frantically searching in the Gulf for like 45 minutes.
And you're in straight panic mode right now.
Oh, dude, I'm
Right.
You're being you had no idea.
You had no idea anything was going
No,
on.
I had no idea. He had come and sat next to me, and he just said that he lost his ID and check card. So I was like, it's your birthday, you know, don't let it ruin our vacation. It's fine, we'll figure it out. I've got money, it's okay. Yeah.
No idea.
So what happened next?
So she's going through all that, you know, it's okay, blah, 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 blah. And then I see my buddy Chris running up the beach. And my buddy Chris don't run for nothing.
Not even for an emergency.
Yeah, no. So I see him running, and he's coming up the beach, and I'm like, what in the world, you know? And I was like, wait a minute. There's no way. Well, he looks at me and does this. So I had to take off running. I'm like, did you find it? Did you find it? He's like, yeah. These group of girls found it down here. And I'm like, dude, get your phone. I want this thing out of my possession right now.
Right now.
Right now. Yep. And then I just started doing it, and he pulled out his phone, started recording the video.
Oh, my gosh. And we have video of what he recorded.
Roll Tide!
This just about didn't happen. This ring floated around in that ocean for about, what, 45 minutes? Yeah. 45 minutes this ring floated around in that ocean. And these ladies right here found us. Past 4 years I've been with you have been the best time of my life. We heard about it. Will you make it infinity more? Is that a yes?
So sweet.
Makes me want to cry again.
I
say it's meant to be,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Right.
So who found the ring exactly?
Her name is Sandy Osborne.
Sandy.
Yes.
Sandy.
Yes.
So fitting.
On a beach.
Yeah.
Right?
What an honest person. She found a wallet and a ring, and she returned it back to you.
Right.
Yes.
And that was the first thing that went through my head was, you know, that gave me about this much more hope for humanity.
Yeah.
There still is good
People with
people out
integrity.
there.
Right.
Did you guys keep in touch? Have you seen her since?
No, we haven't seen her since, but I am friends with her on Facebook, and we message back and forth, and she's great. She is. We keep in touch that way.
Obviously, she's great, man. That is such a novel thing to do.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, we have a little surprise. Sandy's here. Come on out, Miss Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, dear.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here.
Welcome. Have a seat, please. Make yourself comfortable.
Long time no see, right?
I know.
So you were just hanging out on the beach.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the wallet and the bag washed up to you, pretty much?
Yes.
So what were your thoughts when you're like, oh, it's my lucky day?
Well, no. I mean, me and 4 of my girlfriends were just in our little sand chairs right on the edge of the water, and I had seen something kind of floating back and forth a couple of times, but didn't pay any attention, and then all of a sudden it just floated right up under my chair, right between my feet, and I just looked down and picked it up, and I was like, this is a Ziploc bag. There's a man's driver's license in there.
Drinks on me.
That's all I saw. And then I saw his debit card, and I'm like, y'all, there's a debit card and a license. And then we kept looking, we're like, oh my God, there's a ring in here.
Miss Sandy, how do you feel about your role in their engagement?
Oh gosh, it's been amazing. I'm so happy that I found it, and I was able to find them because they really weren't laying that far from me, kind of behind me.
Yeah, it was on,
probably
it was
down
on
20,
down, yeah.
25 feet. Gosh. And I was just gonna.
Such a nice ring.
I have never found anything I've lost in the ocean.
Never.
I don't know how many sunglasses.
I know.
Well, we love that Taylor went to such great lengths to profess his love, and so we have a little something special for you guys.
We called our friends at Apple Vacations, and they're sending them on a dream honeymoon.
They're going to spend 5 nights at Reflect Crystal Grand Cancun Resort in Cancun, Mexico, and enjoy unlimited luxury accommodations, including gourmet meals, premium drinks, and round-trip airfare. Do not go in the ocean with rings in your hand.
It's a perfect romantic getaway and a beautiful way to begin a new life as husband and wife.
What do you guys think?
Is that all right? Yeah. Cindy, what do you think about the trip? That's a good honeymoon, yeah?
Yes, and I think I should probably go with them.
Right? Come on.
Have you ever been to that resort?
No.
No?
Would you want to go?
Well, guess what? You're going on vacation, too.
Apple Vacations doesn't want to leave Sandy out, so they're also sending her and a guest to Reflect Crystal Grand Cancun Resort.
Now, you don't have to go with them. You can plan, your own time.
I think you should coordinate rooms next to each other and just, what are you guys doing? And just not have a wall.
We can string it. We can string a string and
the cups
across the hallway and
Yes.
talk to each other.
Yeah. So, guys, awesome. I'm so happy you guys got the ring and were able to have your proposal the way,
Thank you
kind
so
of the way
much.
you wanted to.
Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you so
Thanks for the
much.
Good luck with the wedding planning.
Thank you,
The
Sandy.
honeymoon's done.
Thank you so much.
And a big thank you to our friends at Apple Vacations and Reflect Crystal Grand Cancun Resort.
Coming up, she was born with only one hand, but that didn't stop her from becoming one of the top mountain climbers in the world.
Her powerful story is next.
Our next guest soars to great heights, summiting some of the most grueling mountains on Earth.
And she does it with just one hand. Take a look at her climbing a rock wall called Days of Future Past.
So right now I'm working on Days of Future Past. The crux is crossing over a greasy, shallow, off-size crack. Most people can just reach over to the good hold, but having a freaking -13 ape index makes it a little hard. And even when I get the good hold, it's like, how am I gonna match this? Just grab it with my left hand. There were definitely moves on the route that seemed harder than anything I'd ever tried before. But there's something about it that just clicked. I thought, this could work.
Please welcome national world champion paraclimber Maureen BECK. My goodness.
Thanks for being here. How'd you get into climbing?
So the first time I went climbing, I went to an amazing Girl Scout camp in northern Maine, and they had an actual big house-sized boulder on their property. And you do archery, you do arts and crafts, and then it's time to do your rock climbing. And at the time, my counselor said, this might be really hard for you with one hand. We understand if you want to sit this out. And that just lit a fire under me that was just like, oh, you think I can't do it? Well, then just watch me.
Let me show you.
Exactly. And then it turned out I actually really liked it. Like getting to the top of that little puny boulder, I was just hooked instantly.
So you're not afraid of heights?
No, I am very much afraid of
You
it.
are
I hate to fall.
No
Absolutely.
way.
Well, that's why I use the ropes.
You can't be afraid of heights and do what you do. There's no possible way.
No,
you conquer your fears.
Yeah, it's a healthy fear. It's kind of training your how to turn off your primate brain and be like, I'm actually totally fine. Like this fall, the rope will catch me.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
I'm a huge primate, so this is probably
it could be an issue for you then. Yeah.
So
He's terrified of heights.
I know. So interesting thing about you is you don't want to be known as the one-handed climber.
Correct. Yeah.
You just want to be known as a great climber.
Yeah, like one of the reasons I push myself to climb harder and harder and harder is because I don't want to be good for a one-handed climber or good for a girl. I just want to be the best climber that I can be overall.
Absolutely. You have a story about cutting a steak as a kid, right?
Yeah, so I think that attitude came from my parents. They would, give me my steak for dinner and then refuse to cut it for me. And they would be just like, learn how to do it yourself, adapt.
Yeah.
And then one day my mom said, well, what are you gonna do? Just like marry a guy to cut your steak? And I did, actually. I did.
I'm a steak cutter.
Yeah, my husband still cuts my steaks. So.
And you talked about that experience in camp that really lit the fire, but do you think if you had both hands, you would be doing this as well?
I don't think so because, rock climbing's cool and it's, intense, but, it'd just been another random experience. But I think because someone with one hand shouldn't rock climb, that's why I really liked it. I like doing what I'm not supposed to do. I'm a little stubborn.
Right.
So that was really what kind of drove me forward.
And adapting to climbing, do you wrap your left side with tape?
I do. I wrap it with tape, and then I just kind of, shove it into cracks or push down on things. I'm really lucky I was born without my hand, so I don't have any scar tissue or anything to hurt. It just, I can plug and chug and go.
All right, the documentary Stump follows Mo through the highs and lows of her sport.
We saw you fall in that clip. Have you ever been hurt climbing?
In college, I broke my ankle once, but that's pretty rare. Like, it's actually a really safe, controlled sport. You're in charge of all your decisions.
How many takes did it take to conquer that?
So I tried that route over the course of 8 months, and I was probably up there about 50 different times.
Wow.
So yeah.
Keep pushing through.
Yeah, and the cool thing about climbing is that one wasn't hard because I wasn't strong enough. It was hard because it was a puzzle. I had to unlock the balance and unlock the move. And, but when you do that, then you're just like, well, why didn't I do that 6 months ago?
Right.
But
how did it feel when you made it to the top?
It was a little anticlimactic because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was just me and my partner and the camera guy, and I get up to the top, and it was just over. Like, there's no fireworks, there's no band that plays, there's no one there to high-five me. You just clip the chains, and it's quiet, and you're just already thinking of your next one. It's peaceful, but I'm just already thinking, well, that's over now.
What's next?
It's bittersweet. It's like this thing has been my best friend and my worst enemy for 8 months.
Yeah.
Now what?
Is that a constant reality for you, where every time you conquer a monument, it's what's next for me now? Is that like almost like torture?
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about climbing is not only can you climb, you can always climb harder, you can always climb smarter, and then there's different styles of climbing. I recently just went on my first month-long expedition to northern Canada.
Oh,
that
wow,
was
beautiful.
That was just like full-on expedition, 2,000-foot face, something I'd never done before, but it was still rock climbing, so it was really cool.
But you're always looking for the next thing.
Always
every time
looking for a way to grow, yeah.
Absolutely.
You're going to do this thing for the rest of your life.
I hope so, yeah. I would love to be, on this road trip I've been on, I met someone who's 70 and is still cranking really hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dog is very special.
She is.
Tell us about your
Yeah,
dog.
so I have a puppy named Gimp Biscuit.
Gimp Biscuit?
Yep. So she was born without her left forepaw, just like me. It's funny, when she was a puppy, I was really worried about how she would be able to do things. Would she ever be able to do stairs or go hiking? And it's probably the same thoughts my parents had about me.
Did you make her cut her own steaks?
She cuts her own steaks great.
Yeah.
Great.
One of the coolest things about you, besides that you're conquering these mountains, is that you teach kids with similar situations. You teach kids in wheelchairs how to climb.
Yeah, so one of my gigs right now is I actually travel the country on behalf of Paradox Sports, and I go to different climbing gyms in colleges or commercial gyms, and I teach their employees how to work with people with disabilities so that anybody can walk, limp, come in blind, come in a wheelchair, and the staff at that gym can welcome them and make their facility accessible so that everybody can rock climb.
That's so awesome.
That's so great. So great. What's next for you, love?
Man, so I actually, because of that big expedition to Canada, I was really out of shape for hard climbing, and I lost my world championship title this year. And I know, but
get it back. You
but
get it
yeah,
back?
I'm super fired up now to get it back. So the next 10 months of my life are dedicated to training for the Worlds, which are in August 2019 in Tokyo.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
in Tokyo.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Great.
much. Real Rock, the adventure film festival that released Stumped last year, is back with 4 new adventure films. Go to picklerandben.com to find a showing near you.
Coming up, she's a California girl with a dish you're going to love no matter where you live.
Chef Gaby Dalkin is next.
So is that.
Our next guest is a chef, food and lifestyle writer, and California cuisine is her thing.
Please welcome chef and author of What's Gaby Cooking, Gaby Dalkin.
Hey.
Hi. How are you? We're happy to have you.
So pumped to be here.
What's California cuisine?
So California cuisine, in my mind, is all about eating very colorful, fresh farmers market food, and these Lazy Girl enchiladas are a little slice of that.
All right.
Yes.
Is it like heavy on the avocado? Because I don't do the avocado. I know it's weird, right?
I don't even know how to react to that.
I'm un-American.
You don't like
I know.
avocado either?
I love it.
Okay, good.
I don't know how to react.
I don't understand how
Is
people
it a
obsessed with avocado.
is
It's
it a
texture,
texture
it's
thing?
taste, it's like
What about
eating.
guacamole?
I know, disgusting. And then my kids love avocado, so I have to make them, and I'm like this.
Just come to California
Taking
for
the
a
pit
few
up.
weeks. We'll fix all
Right.
of this.
What are we making today?
Okay, so these are the Lazy Girl chicken enchiladas from my cookbook.
Cool.
You had me at Lacey.
I know, right? Well, because we're using like a you know, you can buy those like rotisserie chickens
Yeah.
from the store. Like, not everyone wants to go roast whole chicken every
Right.
time you're making dinner. So anyways, we can do them with vegetables too. I know you're a pescatarian. So we've done some ahead of time for fajita veggies, but let's get started.
Okay.
We're just sauteing some onions. So if you want to,
All right.
I'll put you
I
guys
can
right
do this
to work.
part.
She can
I'll
stir.
stir.
If you want to dump in the rotisserie chicken.
See, this is
And
great.
this recipe takes, what, about 30 minutes?
Like 25 to 30 minutes.
25
It's really
to 30
easy.
minutes.
And then if you want to pass me the spices.
Sure. What is this?
This is cumin, a little red pepper
pepper.
flakes. We'll just toss it all in there.
Garlic powder?
Yep. And then you can throw in the chilies.
The chilies here.
Those are just like canned green chilies. You can get them from the
So really the prep work is the most time-consuming part of this, right?
Totally. Like and you can get your kids involved, like let them open things and dump it in. This is just some store-bought red enchilada sauce.
Okay, throw it in.
that on in there.
See, I made chicken soup for my son the other day from scratch, and I was like, should I get a rotisserie chicken? No, I'm gonna do it from scratch. And I was like, oh my gosh, what a pain in the butt this is.
Yeah, I know.
Just do the rotisserie chicken, and it's so much faster.
So good,
Yeah.
and you get them like fresh. You watch them
Yeah.
come off of the rotisserie. So this is just
All
gonna
right.
simmer for a hot
Just
second.
gonna simmer.
I'll season it with a little
How's
salt.
my stirring?
So we're just gonna let that sit there.
All
We've
right.
already. This is our beautiful one that's already done.
Wonderful.
This is technically done though. I mean, this is it.
Yeah,
really.
like you would let it simmer for a couple more seconds to like develop the flavors a little bit longer. But yes, that's essentially
Great.
done. And you could use green enchilada sauce if that's more of your thing.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm a red guy.
How
I like
did you
the red.
get into cooking?
I went to culinary school. I got a job as a private chef, and then I started my food blog.
Where do you get your inspiration from for new recipes?
A lot of traveling. Like we
Yeah.
try and travel a lot as a family. Oh
Where's
yeah,
that?
that was on
Where's that?
safari. This we just got back from a trip to Morocco,
Oh, wow.
which was epic. Do you guys want to assemble?
Please, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have some flour tortillas. I'm gonna demo the first one and then you guys can do
Okay.
it.
Is there an order that you have to do it in? Do you have to do it like beans first, or you?
I mean, I was gonna put a little like smear of the refried
Okay.
black beans on, so I'm gonna pass this
All
down
right,
to you
thank
guys.
love.
You got to make it as pretty as hers, though. That's
You
the trick.
you could. The beautiful thing about enchiladas is no one's gonna.
I know
see
you
what's
wrap it
No
up.
one's
I
gonna
know.
see it.
I love wrapping things on a tortilla.
Yeah.
Tell us about your new cookbook.
So it's called What's Gaby Cooking? Everyday California Food, and it's all my pride and joy recipes from the last couple years of cooking in California. Yep.
That's awesome,
Green
man.
onions are going in.
I love onions.
This is from, and then we're gonna put
Load
some
it on
cheese
in there.
Yeah. And like you could do this with fajita veggies
Oh,
or
yeah.
roasted mushrooms, any like leftover vegetables you have in your house.
Absolutely.
And then, well, we're gonna roll these up.
All
so
right,
here's the
we'll
key.
roll it.
Oh.
So just kind of get it all tight in there and then roll it up and you can pass it to me. We're gonna put these
right.
seam side down. Perfect.
Mine's not that tight.
It's okay.
I'm loose. I got a loose
Well,
enchilada.
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna drizzle this extra red enchilada sauce on
Beautiful.
top.
Wow.
If you want to go ahead and sprinkle the cheese on there.
All right.
And then maybe we'll just throw these extra green chilies
I think
on
we should
there.
put all of it.
Yeah, more is more,
Who doesn't
guys.
love cheese, right?
More is more. And then this just goes into the oven. We'll put it right down into the
right.
oven for about.
Oh, look, right here.
Yep. You want to open it up?
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, look at our fancy little cabinet oven.
Yeah.
And then.
Ding! Oh, my! It's a quick oven.
Yeah, quick oven.
Shall we dive in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect enchiladas. I'm hungry. I'm ready.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Food.
Thank you, love.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Be sure to get your copy of What's Gaby Cooking on shelves now.
Coming up, a family whose lives are changed by a wild baby bird. That's next.
I'm a firm believer that there are guardian angels looking over us every day. For one family from Florida, their angel came in the form of a wild blue jay they named Gracie.
Joining us on Skype, please welcome Ken and Dina and their daughter, Alyssa.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Kelly. Hi, guys.
How did Gracie come into your life?
Well, it was the spring of 2015, and I've been bringing our dogs out in the morning for their morning walk, and I saw a little gray ball of fluff underneath an oak tree, and I went over and I looked, and it was a baby bird. We didn't know what kind of bird it was, and I called over to the wildlife rescue to see what it is, what protocol we should take, and they advised that we watch over and see if the mama bird came back. And no mama bird came, but we scooped them up, brought them inside, and brought them out to our balcony, where we set up a little nesting box for him.
So you guys, when, seeing Gracie as a little chick, you didn't know if Gracie was a boy or a girl. You just assumed that Gracie was a girl, correct?
Well, I named all my toys, by girl names, so I just wanted to name Gracie because it was a girl name, and I really liked the name, so I just named Gracie.
It wasn't actually until a year later, because there are no physical characteristics of a male blue, to separate the sex. So a year later, during the nesting, Gracie flew in one day, and he was doing this head bobbing like this.
Yeah.
I was like, "What is going on with you, Gracie?" And I discovered that was one of the traits of a male blue jay.
Well, y'all set Gracie free, but Gracie kept coming back, right?
Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, it took probably about a week's worth of time for Gracie to actually leave us. The ultimate goal of saving Gracie was always to release Gracie back into the wild.
Yeah, it was around week 4 when we finally brought Gracie out, and Gracie flew up into the tree and he stayed out overnight. It was very hard, because we missed him so much. But then the following day, Alyssa and Dina were at the pool, and they heard Gracie's distinctive call and looked over, and there was Gracie. He flew right over, and he stayed with us every day ever since.
So Gracie comes to visit you, you said every day. He comes in every day. Is there a certain time that he comes through the window?
Well, when the weather got cooler, we opened the windows, and that's when it was amazing, because Gracie would fly in, and he would come and visit us and hang out and just spend the whole day. And that's around the time Dina discovered her cancer. We discovered Dina had ovarian cancer. So I noticed that Gracie was either more vocal, his chatting and little, chirps and tweets, they were much more vocal. And I said, "What's going on, Gracie? What is going on?" So we followed Gracie out to the tree one day. I have it all on video. And Gracie flew to a nest and brought the food to the nest, and it was amazing. Gracie was bringing in life as Dina was fighting for her life. It was just truly amazing.
Amazing. Thank y'all for sharing your story with us. So beautiful. Thank you, Ken, Dina, and Alyssa.
Thank you so much.
Of course, Mr. Gracie, we wish you continued health and happiness.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back. It is that time again, our chance to help you save cash on some of the hottest items on the market.
It's our P&B Picks, thanks to our partners at morningsave.com, the ultimate deal makers.
So let's get to it with our good friend Rachel Smith. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, darling.
I love being here with you.
You always hook us up with the best deals.
Honey, it is all about a good hookup here.
What's first?
First up, I love these little gems. So they are the Roken Bit Charge Stereo Bluetooth earbuds. These are amazing, guys. They're awesome. So they're the smallest stereo headsets out there on the market right now with unparalleled sound quality, and they are truly wireless. And check this out, they have advanced audio technology in them, for noise cancellation, and they work like a dream.
That's great, because you can't get noise cancellation unless you have the huge can.
Yeah, but now you've got something that's super tiny and super cute, but you've got the noise cancellation factor.
Will it cancel out Ben?
Oh, I think it will, Kellie.
I was so excited. Others were like, oh, super cute, just like Ben. But no, she went for the canceling out the noise.
Oh, bless.
Oh, wow, these are great.
I know, they're so tiny, but check this out, guys. I think the coolest thing about them, though, is the charging case, which sounds odd, but the charging case is so small. Check that out. I mean, it's small enough to, you can put it in your pocket, you know, you can throw it in your purse, your gym bag, or whatnot. You push it up, there are your earbuds. Obviously, it's going to charge the earbuds as well, but it can charge them up to 15 times.
Nice.
Yes, 15 times. Oh, wait, there's more, guys. So it's also a power bank for other mobile devices. Isn't that awesome?
I love
the audience is excited.
Yes, I love that. A good
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Good stuff right there, guys, right?
And they're magnetic, right?
Yeah, so they lock into place.
That is so cool.
So even though they're small, they're securely in there.
They're really comfortable.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I've only heard what you said on this side of my face today.
Because they're that good, people.
They're good. No,
And
you can't notice them. That's
I think
really
they would be like a great Hanukkah present, great stocking stuffer, you know, because the holidays are around the corner. So
Right. They always creep up on us, don't they?
yeah,
the
good
holidays.
present right here.
And how many? They come in 3 colors,
Three
right?
colors, yep. So you got
Love
silver, gold, and space gray.
This is
Space
really nice.
gray.
I love this, man. So usually these earbuds would retail for about $130, but go to morningsave.com right now, and you could score these babies for $49 while supplies last. I love this. No, this is really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly great deal.
Yeah. So let's hop over here and imagine, if you will, applying your liquid or powder foundation flawlessly.
Oh, stop it.
Stop it, I know. You want to
stop
hear
it
more,
right
don't
now.
you, Ben? Well, now you can, because this here is the Vivitar Power Spin Makeup Brush. So basically, this brush is going to blend liquid, powder, concealer, blush, giving it that airbrush kind of finish, the airbrush complexion on you, if you will. Exactly. And look how it works.
It's like buffs out.
Yeah, hey now, a little buffer right there. And actually, this is the brush that I would use for powder and also use for buffing as well. So basically, this comes with 2 interchangeable brush heads. So you've got the flat one, you've got the round one. I would use the round one here for like liquid foundation. You'll get a better result.
Totally.
And then you can apply your makeup super quickly with that as well. You can do a full face of foundation in less than a minute. That's pretty nice, right?
Quick, yes. Now, retail, you have to shell out $50 to get this makeup brush. But with this P&B Picks, just go to morningsave.com and it can be yours for just $24.
Wow.
That's
a 52% savings.
Wowzers. Okay.
Right.
Shall we?
Yes.
I mean, you can't miss these.
I love this.
I know, super fun. The finish is very, very fun here, and it's just something great to have handy. So these are the Cambridge Rainbow Wine Tumblers and Growler set. Guys, this is awesome. Because
I love it.
Yeah, the set's gonna have you squared away for all your sipping needs. So you've got the Growler here, which is large enough to hold an entire bottle of wine.
That hold a whole bottle of wine?
A whole bottle of wine.
That's amazing.
I know. Or
sold.
Sold. So 25 ounces right here in this, and then it also comes with 2 tumblers here as well.
This.
Yeah, it's great to have a nice little set. Yeah, and then you're going to keep your drink temperature just right because they all have double-walled stainless steel and they're vacuum sealed as well.
Nice.
And then take a look here. We've got some plastic lids on the tumbler. Well, they're BPA free, which is nice. And all of this stuff here, dishwasher safe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even the growlers are dishwasher.
Everything, because there's nothing worse than trying to rinse them out and then
it's impossible.
You're left with soap suds at the bottom and
Well,
stuff.
I have to take a knife with a paper towel on the tip and then go in and then scrub it like that.
That is something. Well, now you don't have to. You can just throw it in the dishwasher.
That's awesome.
And then you can enjoy any beverage in here, hot or cold, on the go. So,
coffee,
genius.
anything.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yes.
I love this right here.
Well, at stores, this set would go for $79, but not at morningsave.com. You can score this cool tumbler and growler for just $39 while supplies last.
That saves you 51%.
Nice.
Good stuff.
You're so Vanna. You really are. We have one more right over here, right?
Right over here.
You are Vanna.
So we got holiday travels right around the corner, so everybody's gonna be packing up, going places. But the 2-piece Jones New York set, this is a cosmetic satchel bundle. It's gonna have you packing successfully, looking stylish as well, because you can organize all of your makeup, your cosmetic products very nicely with the matching set. So here we've got something we've got 2 colors available. So we've got black, red, white, or you can do a great metallic gold here. You've got, all of them are featuring the Jones New York hardware emblems, zippers galore, which is great, but this one, this is my jam right here.
Oh, open it up.
I'm all about storage, organizing.
If Channing Tatum pops out, I'm going to be very impressed.
Watch out. Well, sorry to disappoint. No Channing Tatum, but we've got.
Oh, wow, you have all these compartments.
Exactly. You've got transparent compartments and a mesh compartment here. So when you put it on the counter, you'll see everything.
See everything.
Yeah, you don't have to drag it all out, so it'll stay organized and, you know, easy pack up, easy take out, all that kind of stuff.
So much more
and
convenient.
super easy to clean as well. All you have to do is take a damp cloth to it, wipe it down, and it's great for travel, like I said, or you can use it to store your products at home as well.
I love a clutch, a good clutch.
A good clutch, right?
This is me right
Oh,
here.
that's, yes. Right. I love a good handle.
You like a handle?
Yes.
I'm more of a clutch guy.
Are you?
Yeah,
I thought you were.
Well, usually this set would run you $60, but head to morningsave.com, and while supplies last, it's just $20.
That is a whopping 67% savings.
It's a huge thanks to Rachel and morningsave.com.
We'll be right back. Cool, thank you, Rachel.
Closed captioning for Pickler and Ben provided by illustration of today's show.
Yeah. Wow, this is so cool.
Incredible.
Here we go.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Look at our start.
You have everything. You did everything in the show. And you even turned me into Carson Daly. You have you have the makeup brushes with the flawless finish and 2 brush heads.
There's Gracie.
So cool, man. So you just sketched at the speed of light, pretty much. You have
Yep,
to do
fast
this.
sketching, and this is just the visual story of what happened today.
I love it.
Wow, man. And it has a whole trail.
And see y'all next time.
Do this.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it. Well, thank you, Emily. Amazing
Thank
job.
you so much, guys.
This is such a treat.
Love.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, we have some exciting news. Next week, we're launching a Watch and Win sweepstakes on social media.
It's your chance to win one of 2 Epiphone guitars, a Masterbuilt Century Deluxe acoustic, electric arch top, and a casino hoop. They'll be signed by me and Kelly.
Ooh, all you have to do is go to picklerandben.com for the details and watch our show every day next week.
All right, so as we close the show, Kelly, we could go sign those guitars.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do
Do it. This is so exciting. I never signed a guitar before.
You haven't?
No, no, no.
Woo.
Awesome. Well, we're out of here. Goodbye, everybody.
Woo.
See you later.
Bye, y'all. Guests of Pickler and Ben stay at the beautiful and iconic Gaylord Opryland Resort right here in Nashville.